Good morning kids, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing great at your home. I am Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education and I am taking your computer subject as you know. Now see kids, in the last two sessions of the computer, what we have done? In the first session, we have just taken the information about the computer, but basic information, that what are the parts, what is input and output device, and what is hardware and software. In the second session of a computer, we have seen the hard words of the first chapter. Right? Now today I am starting with the explanation of this chapter. Now see kids, you will come across with the different technological words. ઘણા બધા એવા words આવશે આની અંદર કે જે તમે પહેલી વખત સાંભળો છો અથવા સમજો છો. That is okay, but we have to learn new things every time, right? So don't worry, you will study it well, then you will understand it well. Okay? But before I start the explanation, I just want to give you some instruction that whenever the explanation is going on, you have to sit with the textbook and pencil. Keep a textbook and pencil with you. Right? Now, let us start the explanation. What is our first chapter? Our first chapter is computer software and its types. Right? Now, we have studied what is hardware and software, but in a very less manner. बहुत थोड़ा हमने पढ़ा है. Here you can see in the starting of this chapter there is one picture in which the two students are sitting and one teacher is there. Students are having some query regarding some computer related work and the teacher is solving that. So here first we will study that conversation कि उन लोगों के बीच में क्या बात हो रही है. See in the picture a boy, right? He is asking. What is he asking? Teacher, I want to combine images, text and sound to create a video. Which software can I use? That means that boy wants to make a one video having some images, some animation and some sound. All three things together. So he is asking to the teacher that which software he can use to do this program. Right? And see the girl. She is also asking something. Even I want to edit some pictures. Should I use some software which he will use? Right? That can I use some software which is going to be used by him? Or same software or different software. So she also wants to edit some pictures. So these both students are asking to teacher. But what teacher is giving instruction? What is she replying? Children, there are many types of software. We have to choose the software depending upon what we want to do. Come, let me tell you about it in a detail. That means she is explaining that in computer, there are so many different type of a software which you can use for a different purpose. So, I will explain you it in a detail. Right? So, this was the conversation between the teacher and the students. Now, let us start our main explanation. Computer system. A computer system can be considered to be made up of two main components. Which are that two main components? The first component is hardware. Right? What is the first component? The first component is hardware. And what is the second component? It is software. Right? So computers are made of these two components. Now we have to study it in a detail. Right? What is hardware? See here, hardware, all the physical devices such as monitor, mouse, keyboard and CPU that we can touch and feel are known the hardware components. Right? That means if I say to touch the monitor, if I say to hold the mouse in your hand, if I say to press keys on the keyboard, you can do it. That means you can touch and you can feel that yes, it has certain things. It is known as what? It is known as physical component of the computer. But in the language of computer, this all components are known as hardware, right? Which you can touch, which you can feel. That is known as hardware. Clear? Let's go further. However, hardware alone cannot perform any task on its own until it is given some instruction. That means you have taken a computer from the market, you have purchased a computer and you have kept it on the desk, right? But आप ऐसे ही उसके सामने बैठ जाओगे, right? या स्विच चालू कर दोगे तो अपने आप स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, but अपने आप काम करने लगेगा? No. It is required certain instruction. उसको काम करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? Instruction चाहिए. So that instruction will be given by whom? Yes, you are right that it will be given by us. But yes, પણ અંદર જો કોઈ પ્રોગ્રામ જ નહીં હોય તો આપણે ગમે તેટલા ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન આપીશું એ કામ નહીં કરે. Suppose, imagine that in a computer there is no program like a notepad या वर्ड पैड या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड, ऐसा कोई प्रोग्राम नहीं है जिसमें आप टाइप कर सको. तो आप बैठे बैठे उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन दोगे कि आई वांट टू टाइप अ लेटर, तो क्या अंदर हो जाएगा? नहीं. So instruction is done, instruction is given. It is done in the one another component and given by the human. What is that another component known as? It is known as software. It is known as what? It is known as software. Now see, turn the page and see here. What is the next topic? It is software. See, software is a set of programs and related data that is used to give instruction to the hardware. Right? When you give the instruction that I want माउस का जो पॉइंटर है वो मुझे कॉर्नर पे ले जाना है, राइट? या फिर मुझे ए टाइप करना है, सो वो टाइपिंग वो सब हो जाएगा हार्डवेयर से. बट अंदर वो इंस्ट्रक्शन को प्रोसेस करने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? कुछ प्रोग्राम्स. सो ऑल द प्रोग्राम्स व्हिच इज देयर इनसाइड द कंप्यूटर इज नोन एज व्हाट? इट इज नोन एज सॉफ्टवेयर, राइट? So the major difference between the hardware and the software is that you can touch and feel the hardware, but you cannot touch and feel the software. You can only see the result of it. आपने जो कुछ भी टाइप किया है वो आपको स्क्रीन पे दिखाई देगा, right? So you can only see the result of the given instruction. Okay, read further. That software is a set of a program and related data that is used to give instruction to the hardware. In other words, software directs and guide the operations of a computer system. That means direct એટલે उसको दिशा देता है कि आपको इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर आप अपना काम कर सकते हो. जैसे आप नोटपैड में अपने पिक्चर्स को एडिट नहीं कर सकते या वर्ड पैड में आप वीडियो नहीं बना सकते हो, राइट? तो जिस तरह का काम आपको चाहिए उस तरह से आपको सॉफ्टवेयर चूज करना पड़ता है, आपको सिलेक्ट करना पड़ता है. फिर उसके अंदर प्रोसेस होती है. विच प्रोसेस? यू कैन सी I P O. What is this? This is the process. I means input process. That means you are giving instruction to the computer. That is what? It is input. Then P stands for process. We know that the brain of a computer is what? Yes, it is a CPU जिसके अंदर सारी process होती है, right? So when you give data, when you input data, the process will be done in a CPU. After that process is over, you can see the result. That result is known as what? Output. right? So this is known as IPO, input, process, output, right? So in your textbook it is written in the bracket. देखो ऑपरेशंस के बाद ब्रैकेट में लिखा हुआ है तो उसको अंडरलाइन करो और वहां पे ये लिखो I डैश P डैश O, तो आपको समझ में आए कि IPO मतलब इनपुट प्रोसेस आउटपुट. ओके, आई होप आप सबने अंडरलाइन कर लिया होगा. डन. लेट्स गो फर्दर. We cannot touch the software as we can do with hardware. That means we can touch hardware, but उसी तरह का touch हम software को नहीं कर सकते हैं, right? We cannot touch the software, right? The games we play, the music we listen to, the videos we see, the documents on which we work, and most importantly, the operating system environment in which we work on a computer are all examples of software components. That means we listen to music, we see videos, we see movies, we work, we type, we draw pictures, we edit pictures, we make video. All that things are done inside the computer according to our instruction, right? But we cannot touch that program. ओके, सपोज आपने पेंट में एक छोटा सा ड्राइंग बनाया है तो वो ड्राइंग को आप टच नहीं कर सकते, राइट? यू आर ओनली टचिंग द स्क्रीन ऑफ अ कंप्यूटर. आप अंदर से उसको टच नहीं कर सकते हो. सो व्हाट इज दैट? इट इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर. एंड इन अ कंप्यूटर द बिगेस्ट सॉफ्टवेयर इज operating system. What is that operating system? That we will study further. But till here, do you understand what is hardware and what is software? Yes? Okay. Now, let us go further. Fine? Wait. For that, I have to draw one chart. Right? So, let me first rub the board. Okay, so now our next topic is types of software. Till here, you have understood the hardware and software and what is the difference between them. Now, slowly, steadily, we will see it in a detail. So, what is our next topic? Our next topic is types of software. There are how many types of software? As you can see that I have drawn a one flow chart and it is also given in your textbook, right? There are mainly two type of software. One is a system software and the second one is application software, right? One is a system software and the second one is a application software. Fine. System software are of three types. Which are they? Which on which the computer system is working. Computer નો આખું સિસ્ટમ જેના ઉપર કામ કરે છે એવા સોફ્ટવેર ને શું કહેવાય? સિસ્ટમ સોફ્ટવેર, રાઈટ? एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर मींस वी हैव टू डाउनलोड सर्टेन एप्लीकेशन. जैसे आप वीडियोस एडिट करते हो या पिक्चर्स एडिट करते हो तो उसके लिए आपको कुछ एप्लीकेशंस डाउनलोड करनी पड़ती है. जैसे आप मोबाइल में करते हो वैसे हम कंप्यूटर में भी कर सकते हैं. सो दैट ऑल एप्लीकेशन इज known as application software, right? Now, system software are of three types. Which are they? The basic and most important system software is operating system. That is our first type, which is also known as OS. About operating system, I will show one video, right? So first type is OS, or you can say it is operating system. Second type, language processor, right? जैसे coding language होती है काफी सारे, right? That is language processor. What is the third one? Utility software. Now the meaning of a utility we have studied in the hard words. मतलब जो अपन ने useful one. Right? So that is useful software But in computer language, we will use utility software. Right? So these are the three main parts, or you can say it is main types. Right? Now next one, application purpose, or you can say application software. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला that you have to download certain applications for certain work. वीडियो एडिट करने के लिए, वीडियो बनाने के लिए, VFX या उसमें कुछ इफेक्ट डालने के लिए, गेम्स बनाने के लिए, right? So that is known as what? Application software. There are two type of application software. One is a general purpose. जैसे Microsoft Word है, PowerPoint है, वो general purpose के लिए होता है, right? और दूसरा है specific purpose application software. जैसे वीडियो एडिट करने के लिए कुछ स्पेसिफिक एप्लीकेशंस होती हैं, उसी में सिर्फ वीडियो या फोटोज ही एडिट होते हैं, राइट? तो उसको बोलते हैं स्पेसिफिक पर्पस. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट टॉपिक, टाइप्स ऑफ अ सॉफ्टवेयर. नाउ लेट अस लर्न इट इन अ डिटेल. सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर. द फर्स्ट वन इज व्हाट? सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर. नाउ लुक इनटू योर टेक्स्ट बुक. The system software is required to control overall working of a computer. That means as and when you switch on the computer, you can see that the dots are actually circling around. Right? तो वो क्या होता है? वो सिस्टम चालू होती है. Right? तो चालू करने के लिए भी उसके अंदर कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर डालने पड़ते हैं. तो उसको हम बोलेंगे सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर, जिसके ऊपर पूरा कंप्यूटर काम करता है, उसी की वजह से काम कर पाता है. Right? So that is system software. We can classify the system software into three categories. We know what is that three category we have studied. First one is OS, या आप बोल सकते हो operating system. Then the next one is language processor, and the third one is utility software. Right? So from these three types of a system software, today we are going to learn about operating system, or OS. Okay? See here, an operating system is the most important software without which a computer cannot run. Okay? Now see kids, जैसे मैंने बोला कि आप कंप्यूटर जब स्टार्ट करते हो तो ऐसे कुछ गोला जैसा आता है जो ऐसे गोल गोल घूमता है, राइट? वो पूरा घूम जाने के बाद आपको मेन स्क्रीन दिखाई देती है, डेस्कटॉप दिखाई देता है, जिसके ऊपर सारे आइकन्स होते हैं, राइट? तो दैट सिस्टम इज व्हाट? इट इज द मेन सिस्टम ऑफ द कंप्यूटर के एना वगर कंप्यूटर काम કરી જ ન શકે. दैट इज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. इट इज नोन एज व्हाट? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. ओके? It is also known as OS. It is known as what? OS. Okay? Now let's go further. It is the first software that gets installed on a computer and allow us to communicate with its different component. अच्छा, listen. जैसे आपको कुछ भी काम है कंप्यूटर के अंदर, तो वो काम आप कब कर पाते हो? जब उसके अंदर वो प्रोग्राम होते हैं. बट वो सारे के सारे प्रोग्राम्स जो हैं, चाहे वो पेंट है या नोटपैड है या वर्डपैड है या आपको कुछ गाने सुनने हैं या मूवी देखना है, वो सारे के सारे प्रोग्राम्स काम कब कर पाते हैं? जब एक मेन सॉफ्टवेयर उसके अंदर होता है. व्हिच इज दैट मेन सॉफ्टवेयर? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. राइट? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम अगर नहीं होगा तो कंप्यूटर काम ही नहीं कर पाएगा. Right? So you can say that operating system is the heart of the computer. जैसे हमारी बॉडी में से अगर हार्ट काम नहीं करेगा तो क्या होगा? राम नाम सत्य है, ऐसा होगा ना? वैसे कंप्यूटर के अंदर अगर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम नहीं होगा तो कंप्यूटर भी राम नाम सत्य है, वो काम नहीं कर पाएगा. Right? So we can say it is the main software. Okay? Let's read further. We are able to give instructions and get our work done on a computer because of the operating system. Right? We can give instruction, we can work on many programs, and we can get the result back. That is just because of the operating system. Okay? It serves an interface between the user and the hardware. Now underline this word, interface. I told you the meaning of interface in the the vocabulary words, but for easy remembering underline और उसके नीचे लिखिए आप exchange information. What will you write? Exchange. Let me speak the spelling. EXCHANGE. Exchange information. That means I am giving my information to the computer. According to that, computer is showing me the result. That is what it is, interface between me and the computer. Or suppose I have given instruction to the computer, right? And that computer will give instruction to the hardware to show the result. तो ये क्या हो गया? Interface हो गया, exchange हो गया information का, right? So we can exchange the information with the computer only if the operating system is available. Other than that, we cannot do. Clear? Okay, let's go further. What is the next topic? It is functions of an operating system. वो क्या-क्या काम करता है? कैसे काम करता है? That is all written here. It provides an environment in which the hardware components are used in the best possible manner. Operating system is creating an environment, मतलब ऐसा माहौल क्रिएट कर देता है कि कंप्यूटर अपना काम अच्छे से कर पाए. अगर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम अच्छे से काम नहीं करता है तो हमारा कंप्यूटर भी काम करना बंद कर देगा. So it is providing the best environment so that all the hardware component can work properly, right? Okay. It manages the working of various hardware devices such as mouse, keyboard or printer attached to the computer. That means all the hardware, चाहे वो printer है, चाहे वो scanner है या mouse है या keyboard है, ये सारे के सारे अपना काम अच्छे से कर पाएंगे. क्यों? Because of the operating system. Okay? Next one. It acts as a resource manager. Now what do you mean by resource manager? See, a computer system has many resources such as CPU time, memory space and various input and output devices. The OS, the operating system, provides these resources to specific programs and applications as and when required. That means resource manager. It means it is giving you the information that how many space is available in your computer. તમારે કંઈક સ્ટોર કરવું છે તો કંઈક ડાઉનલોડ કરવું છે તો કેટલી જગ્યા છે, કેટલી સ્પેસ છે, that will be given. Second thing, that if you have done some storage in your computer, you can take it back also. તમને જ્યારે જરૂર પડે ત્યારે સ્ટોરેજ માંથી તમે એને ઇન્ફોર્મેશન કાઢી શકો છો. Many input and output devices जैसे प्रिंटर है या मॉनिटर है या कीबोर्ड है, ये सब के सब अच्छे से काम करते हैं. क्यों? OS या ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम की मदद से या उसकी वजह से ये काम करते हैं. Right? Next one. We save all our work on the computer in the form of files and folders. You know what is files and you know what is folders. तो हम सारा अपना काम जो है वो उसमें स्टोर करते हैं, right? So that's stored inside the computer. What will happen? It is the OS that help us create and manage files, folders for storing information on a computer. तो आपने कोई फाइल बनाई, उसको सेव किया, या आपने एक फोल्डर बनाया, उसके अंदर फाइल सेव किया, तो ये सेविंग का जो प्रोसेस है वो किसकी वजह से होता है? आप बोलोगे सीपीयू की वजह से. यस, बट सीपीयू के अंदर कौन सी सिस्टम होती है? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. If the operating system is not there, CPU will also not work, right? So we can say that only computer hardware is not enough. Software is equally important. वो भी उतने ही important है जितने की हार्डवेयर. सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर भी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज द मेन वन, राइट? ओके, नाउ सी some examples of popular OS या operating system used in a desktop and laptop computers are, you can see 3 pictures are given. It is the logo of operating system. जैसे हम अपने सारे के सारे कंप्यूटर्स में विंडोज के ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम यूज करते हैं, तो यू कैन सी दैट ऐसे 4 विंडो छोटी छोटी आ जाती है, राइट? फिर मैक का वो बुक होता है, मैक बुक होता है, उसमें मैक का ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम होता है. देन यू कैन सी वन पेंगुइन जैसा लोगो है, वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का नाम है लिनक्स, राइट? सो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज मच नेसेसरी, राइट? नाउ we will learn about the operating system more through this video. So are you ready? Let us start.
Operating systems. The operating system is the pivotal element of system software that allows you to operate the computer. It is activated when the computer is switched on and is the first program loaded onto the memory of the computer. It controls every task your computer carries out and manages both the hardware and software system resources, which is what makes it a system management software. Did you know that all programs running on the computer compete for the central processing unit, the memory, and the input and output devices, and it is the operating system that makes sure that each program gets optimum use of the necessary resources. Operating systems provide a consistent interface called an application program interface for programs to access the hardware without having to know all the details of the hardware. Providing access to data stored on disks called files is a central feature of operating systems. The specific way in which these files are stored on the disk is called file system, and operating systems allow you to create, delete, open, and save files, as well as access information about them using these file systems. The operating system can also handle scheduling tasks such as system scan for viruses or periodic backup of data to protect against its loss. Some examples of operating systems are Windows, Linux, and MS-DOS.
So I hope you have seen and understood the video properly. Today I am ending my session over here, but let me tell you some instruction that as in when the session is over, whatever the topic is covered in the session, you will read it again at your home. તમે જ્યારે free હો ત્યારે પાછું એ વાંચવાનું છે, right? On the same day only. And if you have any query in that topic, please go through the video again. Okay? So today also you will read all these things and you will see the video if you have any query, right? Today I am taking your leave. We will meet next time. Till that time, please stay at home, stay safe. Bye bye.